Well, today I'm doing more examples about Surds, and in this other example, you see we are going to look at another way of looking at the conjugates. Someone told me to do more of the examples, so I think this will be one of the last sets of the examples within these Surds. So now I'm going to do Roman 1 to begin with. I have 2 out of root 2. Now remember we said whenever you're dividing Surds, you need to get the conjugate. So now the conjugate is supposed to be multiplied to a surd such that the product gives us a real number. Okay, now in this case we don't have two surds adding or subtracting, so the conjugate in this case, if you just have one surd like that without an operation between any two of them, then that very surd will be its conjugate. So I'll say times root 2 times root 2 up and down. So up we shall have 2 root 2 and down we shall have root 4. So this is going to give us 2 root 2 out of the root of 4 is 2. But what you observe is that this will divide with the 2 and then we remain with a root 2 only. Now if at all it was, let me say 3 out of 2 root 3, okay, the conjugate in this case will still be root 3 to be multiplied up and down. Okay, let's go to the second one. In the second one, we observe that the denominator is now having an operation between two surds. So the conjugate will be this very thing, but the operation will be different. It will be plus, okay, 2 root 3 plus, okay. So then we open brackets normally, 2 times 2 root 3. This is a 2, like we said, this will not multiply with this one under the root, so the 2 will multiply with the 2 and we get 4 root 3 plus 2 root 2 out of this denominator. Like I've always told you, it gives you a difference of 2 squares because it is the definition of the difference of 2 squares. So this will be 2 root 3 square minus root 2 square. All right, we shall have that this will be 4 root 3 plus 2 root 2 out of, now 2 root 3 squared, it is the same as saying 2 squared root 3 squared minus still our root 2 is squared. Okay, so here we shall have 4 root 3 plus 2 root 2 out of, this gives you 4, this gives you 3. So we shall have 4 times 3, which is 12 minus root 2 squared gives you a 2. So we shall have our 4 root of 3 plus a 2 root of 2 out of a 10. But we don't stop there, okay? We shall say that this gives us, when you look at these two things, there is a common factor 2 outside, okay? So when I pull it out, I'll have 2, open the brackets. Since here we have a 4, so when I pull out a 2, it will remain with the 2 there, such that I have 2 root of 3 plus root of 2. Here it has remained as root of 2 because I've taken away the 2, okay? So out of 10. So this by 2 ones, by 2, 5. So we shall finally have a 2 root 3 plus root 2 out of 5, and that is the answer. So we go to the third one. So for this third one, I'm going to do up to somewhere, then you will complete. Okay, so like we have already said, we are always looking at the denominator. We want to ensure that the denominator has no surd. So I'm going to change the sign here. I don't care about what is in the numerator. Okay, so here I'll have root 5 minus root 2. Since this is plus, I do the same here, root 5 minus root 2. So I'm going to do the opening of brackets like we have been doing. Root 3 multiplies the whole bracket, root 5 minus root 2. Then positive root 5 will multiply the whole bracket, which is root 5 minus root 2. Out of the denominator is always just a difference of two squares, which will be root 5 squared minus root 2 squared. So when you open the brackets here, both of these terms are under the root. So we shall have root 15 minus root 6 plus this one. Let me not put root 25. I just say this is going to be 5 minus root 10. Out of this will be the 5 minus a 2. So you will continue from there. Thank you very much. I remain as captain. Please subscribe and share with others to see how we can learn this mathematics. Thank you.